There we go. Okay, there we go. We were having some technical difficulties here, guys. This just came up, at least I just found it today on the Rift. This is free, by the way, and it runs on this old potato. As you can see, they have the new style controllers, but I'm running this on a potato with the old controllers. Just want to take you into this, and let's go ahead and... This is kind of your intro place, so... You can hit these balls right here, and it looks like they have memory, which is interesting. And you can hold your trigger in, and if you can go forward, you'll see we're going forward just a little bit. And you can explore a little bit in some of these locations. Now, what these guys did is, usually these things go for $4 or $5 a pop for like a tiny location in VR. Like, I'll see like canyons or something like that. And these guys put this out for free. So look at this. This is actually, you know, it's a still photography. And as you can see, as I'm moving my head back and forth, I know this looks silly, but you can see it's moving with me. So it's kind of hard and it's kind of expensive. So I'm really surprised that they're willing to give this stuff away, but let's begin. Okay, so this is going to be your home page, and you see all these little tokens are going to be stuff we're going to hit, but let's meet our host. I'm not going to monetize this, obviously, but let's meet our host. Now, I am just turning around with my thumbstick, which you cannot see.
The place that you're in right now is a very special place in the heart of the New Hampshire mountains. When I've seen people walk past this place, they sort of describe it as like something out of Wind in the Willows or The Hobbit, because you've got all these rocks that are covered with moss, and everything is just so dank and just so incredibly beautiful. And it's late October, so it's beginning to get quite chilly, and there are actually icicles starting to form on some of the rocks. In the summertime, you can even get snow, residual snow left over from the winter. It's quite extraordinary. What you'll notice as you look around this place is you'll see little dots. If you click on the dots, or if you take the pointer and point to the dots, they'll expand, and you can visit a whole lot of beautiful places that we visited all over New England and West Virginia and other such beautiful places. There'll be canyons, there'll be waterfalls, there'll be mountains, there'll be caves. I hope when you come on this journey with us that you'll be able to feel that you're being truly transported to these amazing and incredible places, because that's what the purpose of this is all about. Virtual reality can make you feel closer to these places than you can ever feel by any other form of media available today. And come and join us on this journey and immerse yourself in some of these most beautiful and somewhat inaccessible and quite often mysterious and magic locations.
Yeah, and I can confirm, guys, if you've spent time in the woods, this feels like you're there. This feels like I should be able to reach down and touch the moss or pull back a branch or something else. And this is all, you know, they're actually doing video capture at most of these places. So this is all, you know, capture with a lot of detailed equipment. And the difference between this and some of the other ones I showed you is that you see, like, when I move my head like that, you're going to see, depending on how far down the camera's captured, you're going to see everything like you would in real life. And I forget the technical term, but it's more expensive than just going out with a still camera, obviously, in filming. So let's go to Rainbow Falls. It's going to be in Watkins Glen State Park, New York State. And just look how beautiful this is. Now, it is a loop, so you're going to see that walker come repeatedly. But if you're not watching someone walk, you can look at the waterfall and it looks unbroken. And you look at those waterfalls there. Let me drop the pointer so you don't see it. And it looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful. If you've ever been lucky enough to travel to a place like this, it sounds like it should be a waterfall. And again, if I very carefully here look over, we can look over. I mean, this is so cool, guys. Most of the places I had you in before, if you moved your head left or right, it didn't work like it does in the real world. This is a lot of work to do something like this. And look at this. I've just been fooling around and looking down at the pool of water and then looking over there and looking at the waterfall. And just look at all the rocks around us. I mean, this is nice. Look, turning our heads back and whoo, look at that. And you see the water here. And these are, question will take you back to your main. That's going to transport us back to home. And then you have toggle sound off and on, I believe. I'm not sure quite what that does. I didn't get to do anything yet. These are travel spirits. And sometimes these are going to hit video and sometimes they're just going to hit audio.
This beautiful place is known as Rainbow Falls and is definitely not off the beaten track. It is probably the most photographed part of the whole of Watkins Glen, which, by the way, is situated in upper state New York. Because it's so enclosed and because it has such a beautiful shape, it is ideally suited for virtual reality. In fact, I would go so far as to say that few places are better suited for virtual reality than this one. I've been to canyons like this in Australia, but a lot of the canyons are very inaccessible and you need guides and ropes to get you to the bottom. This place, on the other hand, is totally accessible so that anyone can get the thrill of being in a beautiful canyon just by following the main trail. Don't you just wonder what this place would look like in the winter with all the icicles hanging from the edges? Can you imagine?
Look at the sunlight on there.
What would be really fun would be to image this place from exactly the same location when it's all iced up and somehow superimpose it onto this view and maybe have a slider allowing you to slide between the different seasons, maybe spring, summer, fall and winter. And you could let the viewer get a true sense of what this place is really like. Maybe we'll add that to a later version. By the way, we will be constantly updating this app to include new places and also making improvements to earlier.
Okay, sounds like it's audio cut out there a little bit. That's okay. I'm running this on an older set in a potato, so you might actually get this and find out your picture's crisper, clearer, nicer to see. Again, we can use our little travel ball here. We can't seem to travel here with the trigger forward, but that's okay. There are a lot of places to travel from. And this is it's pretty good. And I'm impressed. And this is one of those things I tell you guys about VR I don't understand. Something like this that would be worth, say, to me, I'd pay like $24 for an app like this. You get it for free. But then I've paid tons of money for apps that should have been free, and they were really expensive. It is the mystery of VR. It is a mysterious beast. Okay, I want to take us home. So we're going to cycle home. And if you give it a second or so, your music's going to come back in. But just look here, too. You can see the sun coming through the trees. See all the moss and everything. And if you're not sure where you ended up, because sometimes it's disorienting to pop right back in here, you can always check. We know we were just at Rainbow Falls. The only thing I'm going to say, and it's really not a critique, is I do have low vision, but even I found these little discs, but that is something to, if the devs would ever see this, is something to consider. Okay, after a after a humid rain shower in Waterville Valley, New Hampshire. Oh man. This reminds me of a river really close to my house, actually, where you just have to break your dang fool neck going down something a lot like this to get down there and see stuff like this. And you break your neck is what you do. But it's so nice to be able to go to a place like this in VR. I don't have to walk out to the park. I don't have to see sketchy people. I can just see this. The only thing is I am going to tell you I haven't figured out a way to drop this menu. That might be something they want to think about, because if you want to see without it, we're going to lean to our left or to our right to see past it. It's not a big deal, but it is something to consider. So I've just been doing that, like get the menu off to one side and look like that. And of course we have our little travel balls here. Just look at this, guys. I mean, if you love nature, this is what I wish there was more of in VR. And I know you think there's a lot of it because I bring it to you. I bring you all of it that I can find or record. There's actually not that much. This is what I would love to see a ton more of in VR, and unfortunately there's very little of it actually. There's very little travel stuff. And it comes out and it's all on fire at first, and then it just gets dropped. But I really hope they update this. Now you're seeing that loop a little bit, but that's not bad. Again, I can't get over, guys, because I'm used to the older static stuff that you couldn't move and still see stuff. You know what I mean. You couldn't like move like you do in real life and see past stuff, but you can do that here. So there was a ton of work put into this. I couldn't do this just with a still camera. For me to try to stitch something together, even if my cameras work, those poor old things, I couldn't do this for you guys. So I really appreciate that there are artists out there that bring us this kind of stuff. Look at that. Again, let's do this, and then you can look that way. Just kind of feel all your worries leaving your body and going down the river. Okay, let's see if our tour guide has something to say here.
We visited this place in the summer on a very humid day. The experience was captured immediately after quite a heavy rainstorm. While there were still heavy mists rising from the river bed, there was a huge shift in temperature leaving the river bed and going up the side of the bank, at least 10 degrees Fahrenheit. There was only a short time when
music's a little loud.
Hitting the river, as there was a lot of clouds in the sky, and the clouds had swallowed up the sun almost immediately after these pictures were taken. So there wasn't really much time to think, we just had to hit record on the video button. Now the effect of the rainstorm, the sun and humid conditions gave this place a really beautiful copper-like hue, which was gone a few minutes later. Now this place is only a 2-hour drive from Boston. It's a place called Waterville Valley in the White Mountains, and I remember coming here for the first time after being cooped up in Boston for 3 months because of the COVID pandemic. It just felt so liberating and just so wonderful to be back in nature again after all.
So nature and music. Yeah, that music is a little loud, but it's a good first attempt. It reminds me of my old days on YouTube. It was either really, really loud or you couldn't hear it at all. It takes practice in every media to get that just right. But hang out in nature and listen to classical music. There are far worse ways to spend our day. No, I know I'm going to get a claim on that, so I'm not even going to try to monetize this, but it's pretty, yeah? And it's nothing to get mad at the devs for. It's really not. Like, if you get it on your channel the first... No, I'm shouting over the water. The first time you get a claim like that, you get really upset, but really, these things aren't made for, for YouTube. I love bringing them to share with you guys. There are games out there made for YouTube, but, really, these aren't made for me to come in here and just grab at stuff. Okay, we were just there. And here the audio kicked in. This is beautiful. I love this. Okay, this is fun. Did I just see a new one? Did I have you here? No, this is the upper deck. This is the upper deck. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's two. Sometimes you get more than one at one location, so. Look at that. All else we gotta do is add a couple grizzlies. I don't know if they'd be here, not be in heaven. A couple wolves wouldn't be bad, some fish. Put these back here. Foxes! Foxes! No, I can't walk here, but I can see his gear, which is interesting. I can travel by these. That's my, in case you're wondering, that is my essential tremors. They don't hurt, but if you see me play VR, my head's bobbing, and part of that's I'm talking, and your head moves when you talk. But part of it is essential tremors. It doesn't hurt. It just gives you fun bobby audio videos to look at, rather. And we can travel by these. Pro tip, if you have those, just kind of lean your hand into your chest if you have shaky hands. Kind of helps steady your aim. It's a channel where you get a little of everything. I really like those stairs. Those are cool. But if I can hit them, you can hit them too. Oh, I saw a little timer there. I didn't see that the first time around, but that's okay. I noticed I ran this for about 20 minutes, didn't have any issues. Didn't have the computer heat up or turn into a cheese sandwich, so it's pretty good if you got an older rig.
Doesn't it feel absolutely amazing up here? It's almost like a natural theme park. Something about this place just makes you want to jump in and cascade down all the waterfalls to the bottom. What's so incredible about Watkins Glen is how it just keeps going on and on. You think you've reached the end, but then you turn around the corner and you find another beautiful section of waterfalls
you
waiting
had a big
you.
it's
almost like you're intoxicated by nature.
Here in the middle.
Visually spoiled for these beautiful views. This part is especially breathtaking, I think, partly because you can see so far in both directions, and also because you're surrounded by this very impressive rock face, which makes everything feel so enclosed. Now, we've noticed when imaging for virtual reality that these kinds of places work so well. The more enclosed the space is, the better it seems to work. I was quite astonished just how places like this seem to affect people's moods. Every person who walked through this place seemed to be jovial and seemed to be really happy. I would say it's impossible to be in a place like this and not feel good about life. It must have something to do with the smells, the sounds, and just being enclosed by all these beautiful, natural, organic shapes. Maybe this is the perfect antidote to a long, hard day at the office or a busy day trading on Wall.
Now, I wish I had a bigger play area, guys, because you could literally, he tells you, you know, you could literally walk that way, and you could walk that way. We need a holodeck. So okay. Take it home. And you are going to come back in the same position, so you're just going to have to scoot yourself around. Okay. And I like that those blow up like that so that you can see them. I thought I saw a new token? Maybe? Let me just double check these. Yep, I had you there. Had you there. Okay, let's go to this token. Hope you guys have some time. Oh, but these are just fun, guys. These are really fun. And I look at that. That is like the highlight. Hi, baby! Hi! And these little pools of water, maybe it's my age or something, but I'm terribly impressed by this. And is that like a bag or something over there? I'm like 2 is what I am. And see, I can go that way, and if I put up, I can zoom out. Woo! So you can move a little bit in this one, which is nice. I know it gives you the feeling of being there. I'm just holding my trigger in. Woo! This is fun. Now, when you see a blank space like that, if the camera didn't capture it, it's just, there's going to be some fill in there. happens with every kind of capture technology, whether it's straight or it's, you know, a picture or video or whatever. It happens. It can be, you know, there just was not enough room, or they just couldn't get that angle for some reason. But again, we can lift up off the ground. Isn't that cool? And again, if we don't want to look at those, just get them out of your way and look at the waves coming in. Hey, seriously, I really, I still love seeing that bird. I envy people that can do this for a living. I mean, yeah, I would love to do this. Let's go back down. Let's see your buddy pop up.
Well, welcome to what I believe is known as Rafe's Chasm in Gloucester in Massachusetts. A beautiful cove by the sea.
Is this not cool?
A perfect hunting ground for children who like to go pottering among the rocks and look for things. And so I recommend that you have a good look around here and see if you can find the can that someone left under a rock. And you get all these little pools with seaweed, and it's just a really pretty place. And so, yeah, just walk around, explore, have fun, pretend you're a 10-year-old, and just have a good time.
Okay, so that is so cool. Now, I think while you're seeing that little hourglass come up, Bandicam does put a tiny bit of drag on your machine. Now, I can zoom in on some of these things. Look at that. Look at that. It just kind of in the breeze, in the stream, in the water. See your birdie up here? And just, if you want to hang out and chill out by the rocks and see something like this. And seriously, guys, this is when I first started the channel. Those of you that were with the channel when the camera still worked can confirm. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to take you guys to places like this. Now, you see, that's just where the camera didn't really capture, or captured something in it. It did that, but honestly, that we can get up this far, not a bad thing. But this is what I wanted to do a lot with you guys. I was going to do it as a thing for getting out in nature with the gods. And I wanted to do it at least once, twice. I was going to work up to 3 times a week and try to take you guys to different locations. But I didn't have VR then, and we only have a little, you know, place, local park, and it's gotten really sketchy and kind of dangerous to go to. So this was really some of the stuff I wanted to do with you guys. And this is fun to be able to do this. I like being able to bring you guys into stuff like this. And again, this is free. Boy, we're really going out there. And again, if you don't mind those, you know, sometimes they get those places they miss. Ooh, the map behind us is a little distorted now, but, you know, you can go out like that. Just have fun and explore. Okay, so I'm actually going to back it up this way this time. I think I'll save us a couple clicks. Let's see. We were just there, I believe. Yep. Is there one up in the trees? Da-da-da-da-da. I thought maybe there was. I'm not seeing one. If you guys see it, you can yell at me in the comments. Be nice. Here. There we go. And that's going to complete our tour, so let's go, guys. Okay, I'm gonna scoot that way. Isn't this nice? This reminds me of that crunchy granola thing of, that, have you seen that commercial where the woman's like, oh, nature's so beautiful, and the guy's behind her like, if you like it sort of thing. So yeah, I bring you guys into this stuff. I think it's so great, and some of you probably but I like these. I really like I truly appreciate being able to do this. Especially like if you've been stuck inside all day and you just can't even. Aha! I found this.
Well, welcome to this really beautiful cove in Rhode Island, near a place called Jamestown. And I discovered it the other day, and it looked interesting on Google Earth because it looked like it had all these little coves, and they're real treasure troves. I had no idea that New England even had places like this. And when I came here this morning, the tide was out, but now the tide's come in, and it's really quite dramatic because you get these periods where the sea's so smooth, and so still, and then suddenly the whole thing erupts, and I was worried at one point it was going to blow the tripod away. Anyway, I hope you can feel a sense of magic and awesomeness that you get in being in a...
Okay, so it looks like the recordings are just popping out a little bit early, but hey, it's free. And these guys obviously worked super hard at this. So you can sit here and listen to music and watch the water come in, and got ships out there. What more do you want? This is super pretty. I really wish, I truly do, guys, that I could bring you right into VR with me. I wish it were possible to kind of pull you into the experience and let you feel this, because it's like you're there. It's like you're there. And Odin had told me, go play. You know, go play, go find yourself a video game. And I was actually going to take you guys playing a driving game, and that really didn't work out. It's free, but it's broken, at least for my kind of VR it won't play. And I found this. So this is halfway Loki's idea and halfway Odin's idea, and a little part way my idea because I got so excited. It's amazing when you get stuff like this. And you know, if you work with the old man, he's like, do not hoard things. Do not find something awesome and keep it to yourself. I really enjoy having the ability to bring this to you guys. Look at that, how it looks like there's mist or something coming off. I'm sure it's from the capture, but is that not cool? Is that not... You see it up there too, so that must be from the capture, but still, you can crane your head back. Well, if you're younger than me, you can. And you can look all around you. This is just cool. Spot stuff. And again, we can go up a little bit. No? Okay. We're up as high as we can go? Okay. Can we go down them? Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Hi. We're close to the ground. So there you go, guys. Look at that view. Admittedly, a little work because I've been flying around, but you got your rocks here. You got the water coming in. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I will give you guys the link over on this one. You know, and I hope you guys really enjoy this. We will see you guys later. Bye-bye.